Introducing Slumber the Sloth. Being leader of the Jungle Diner, Slumber performs on the main stage with his friends, Hop the Frog and Olivia the Owl. Upstairs there is also a copy of the main three, tricking the player where the characters are at night. Slumber can also temporarily put one camera to sleep. He comes through the left door. It is recommended to shut the door on him. After big shows, Slumber often goes to the daycare at around nap time to put the children to sleep. Each animatronic has an area, with Slumber's being the daycare, often having a worker being the attendant for a big chunk of the day. The daycare often holds 3 to 12-year-olds for the day. When Slumber joins them, the children are very happy to see him. Meet Hop the Frog and Tim the Tadpole. Being on the main stage, he works with his little buddy during their performance. During the night, Tim goes through the vents to distract the player and damage the vents. While Hop often comes through the right door, keep your eyes peeled because the cameras have a glitch scene green. They also have a game known as Hop It. In Hop It, there's a foam pit with bouncy lily pads. There is also an if you fall, you're out. Last one to stay on wins. Hop has his own pond area he hangs around after shows, often where his meet and greet is. Slumber's being in around the daycare. Hop has a banjo he used for shows putting it in around his pond. Hop also has the ability to swim. Meet Olivia the Owl. Being the third and final member of the main stage, Olivia plays the drums, not being loud enough to cancel out the others. During the night shift, she often messes around in the kitchen, turning the power off in one door before she strikes, but the lights work on her and the door goes back to normal. She also has an area known as the Nocturnal Roller Coaster. The Nocturnal Roller Coaster is a decent-paced ride that shows nocturnal animals and where they live in a jungle. Her meet and greet area is where the roller coaster is. Due to her wild behavior, she will soon get an updated system or something. It will take a while. After the shows, she sometimes hangs out with Mondo the gorilla. They get along well. She also has this soft feathery layer on her body. Meet Mondo the gorilla. Being the muscle of the group, Mondo performs in his own stage near the main room. During the night, he starts at his stage and slowly makes his way to the office, being able to hold a door if you take too slow. We recommend closing the doors as soon as you see him. Mondo has an area known as Gym and Tag. In Gym and Tag, there is 2 areas of gym to work out in, mainly for grown-ups and tag, being an area kids play tag around in a playground. Mondo hangs out with Olivia and tries to help Tiny be brought back to normal. His meet and greet area is by the entrance of the gym. He has mechanisms in his arms, making him stronger than the others. Despite the fact that he's sweet and strong, he can sometimes be lazy. It's okay though. Meet Diana the Dragonfly. Being the waitress of the diner, Diana often spends time in the main area delivering orders. She also can play on the drums. Starting at her own stage in her area waits for a time to begin running down the halls to rush the guard. It also takes a small chunk of the guard's power no matter at what % they are at. Diana also has an area known as the Dragonfly's Cafe. In the cafe, she performs on her own stage and entertains the guests. They also have a view of the outside where they sit. She also has faceplate due to the fact that she has no visible mouth. She often hangs out around the prize corner after her shows, or with Mondo working out and with Rosie and Ross. Meet Tiny the Piranha. Being one of the smallest characters, Tiny often plays with lonely kids, but sometimes scares them with his sharp teeth. During the night, he begins around the prize corner, slowly and sneakily going through the vent. You can flash him to make him leave. Tiny has his own area known as the Swampy Scares. The Swampy Scares is a haunted house themed after a swamp. Having many spooks and scares, the people to make it to the end gets candy and treats. He often hangs out with Spills around the prize corner, restocking the prizes with his help. He also likes to play arcade games around the prize corner. Due to random outbursts of biting materials in the back, we will have his jaws rebooted to stop these random outbursts. Meet Spills the eel. Being our puppetry pal, he resides in the prize corner, giving prizes to children for tickets. In the night, his music box needs to be wound up in order to prevent him from coming closer. The music box is where he is, and if he gets in the vents, he breaks the vent and jump scares you. He has his own area known as the Undersea Arcade. In the arcade, children play the arcade games to receive tickets and exchange them for a prize, being merchandise or products themed after the jungle. He hangs out with Mondo at the prize corner and after tries to move to hang out with the other animatronics. Most of Spills' functions remain in his box, covered in a layer of purple fabric so you can't see it with the fabric. Meet Rosie the plant. Having a split personality, she resides in the theater bring a show for all to enjoy. During the night, they can go either left or right, depending on the face will indicate the path, having their own area known as the floral theater. In the theater, they perform a show about a flower that tries to make friends, but their brother tries to drive them all the way the flower, and her friends want to slay a dragon. She hangs out with Diana, or practice. Meet Ross the plant. Being the brother of Rosie the plant, he's the villain of his plays in the theater. During the night, Ross comes through the right door, while Rosie goes through the left. Rosie and Ross have an LED face, and the paint changes in the dark, being why and how they can change. He often causes trouble in the diner after show. Don't worry, there is more to come soon. I am hoping to see you eventually. Don't worry. I'm a part of everybody. I need a vessel. Will you help me make one? She would look good on me, don't you think? His jaws are strong, perfect for eye. I wonder what Spills looks like with no box, do you? They both have more of me.